Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, J.I. Colorist. My name is Jody and today we are going to go over the mid-year check-in. This is something that I did last year. Originally it was created by Sassy Coloring, and I have updated it from last year to this year with my own questions. So some of them are from the original and I have tweaked them. So there is that. There will be 11 questions total, and let's just jump right into it. I'm able to do this with the help of my coloring planner. So yay, Amanda Colors, and I'm so excited about next year's planner. It's already looking awesome. If you have been around, you'll know that I every month complete the planner, and I have been going through and looking at all of my coloring pages, and that's how I determine my favorite pages. So let's just get right started. The first question: how many pages have you colored so far in 2025? And I have done 106, and that is 106 actual coloring pages. That doesn't include my crafts that I also have been busy doing. The other thing to note is that is also no color by number. I don't do any color by number. It's not that I'm against them. I just don't own any books, and it's not something that I enjoy, so I don't have any color by number. So that's 106 pages, and a lot of those were buddy colors. In fact, more than half of them. So that's 57 buddy colors, and I used to limit myself to 5 per month. Obviously, that has gone by the wayside, and I haven't stuck to that all year long. So the lowest month I had was February with 7. The largest I had was April with 13. So I've been averaging about 10 a month. So that's quite a bit, and I'm just going to go with that. I don't know if I'll swing back to limit myself to 5 or not, but I'm having fun coloring with you, my fellow colorists, so that's all of that I care about. Question number 2, how many untouched books have you colored in so far in 2025? So an untouched book is a book that you may have purchased this year. It may have been purchased 5 years ago, but it doesn't have any colored pages in it. I have actually done 15 books, and since I don't have a lot of untouched books to start with, that's actually a lot. So that means I've also been buying coloring books, and my coloring book collection video series is ongoing. I have about 110 coloring books in my collection, which for a YouTube colorist, that's probably very small, but it is plenty for me, and I have done 15 books so far this year. Number 3, I have picked one favorite completed page for each month of 2025. So let's take a look at those. That means I will have 6 favorite pages to show you. Now, this is when the coloring planner came in handy, because quite frankly, my memory is not that great. And that's also why I date my pages. So I went through each month and looked at the description of all the pages I had done. And then based on my description, I pulled a few books out and looked at them and then chose my favorite for the month. So that's where those came from. Here's the stack of books. So I have them in order. So I will just start with January, and I will adjust the camera. Okay, so here is the camera adjusted. Hopefully that's good. This is the World Literature book by Erie, and I did this page in January, and I really liked it when I did it. I still like it now, and what makes this book or this page special is that I have a bunch of paper on it. So all of the leaves are actually paper cut out and collaged, so you can see it there, collaged on top. The turtle is collaged, and so is the bunny. And so what I did, and this was a buddy color with Cindy Visser, so shout out to my buddy there, and really happy with how this page turned out. This was only my second page at the time, and I have since done one other double page spread also with the buddy in this book. So this book has kind of not got a lot of love yet, but I plan on changing that. This is a foreign coloring book. It's also a 10 by 10, and those are two of my goals. So this hit the mark right off the start in January, and this is my my favorite page for that month. Let's move on to February, and I did not get enough coloring of Gouache in the Christmas season because I got this book post then. So I decided to do a page in here, and this was also a buddy color. I have some pearl paint on there on the clouds, and Neo Color 2 for the background, and nothing bled through. A little bit of warping of the paper, but nothing terrible. And yeah, I do like how the moon turned out. And I've got some glaze down here. So yeah, that's kind of my favorite page for February. From Hannah Carlson, God Jewel or Merry Christmas. Now this book kept coming up all year long so far, and that's because I am doing a buddy color monthly with Carrera, and we are doing the Joy of Coloring, Finding Joy in Coloring YouTube channel is doing a back to front. So in the month of March, we did this double page spread. I'll just remove these. I've got those in here because there is pastel on here, and I'm just trying to make sure nothing rubs off. And this is my double page spread, and I added these big leaves with pastels, so that's pan pastels, to kind of tie the two pages together. I really like the colors that I selected, and I'm really having a good time buddy coloring monthly with Chiara. She is a wonderful colorist all the way from Paris, France. And yeah, so this is the book Universum, which is a compilation book from Maria Trolle, and these are my favorite pages for March. And then we move on to April, and this is a book that I had not colored in before, and it's the watercolor and color pencil coloring book. And I did a buddy color with Jojo Zahana, and I selected this as my favorite page for the month. I used Albert Durr watercolor pencils, a little bit of glaze on her glasses. I made her look like Velma from Scooby-Doo. Once I saw her as Velma, I couldn't see her as anybody else. So that's why I picked this page as my favorite. It is watercolor paper, so there was no bleed through. There's really no warping on it. I did use not a huge amount of water, but more water than I would in a normal coloring book. And I'm not the best at watercolor, but I did enjoy my time here, and I did enjoy the buddy color with Jojo Zahana. So this is my favorite page for the month. There was a few pages this month in April that I really liked, but I only let myself pick one per month. So here we go. Now we're moving on to May. And again, this was a buddy color with a new buddy color person, and I'll put her name on the screen. And this is the elephant page. And there was a few pages that I did in May that I really liked, but I just thought that this one was a little bit sparkly, and I really liked the juxtaposition where this is the baby elephant and it has the lighter colored ears, and this is the mama elephant with the same colors but just a heavier coat, so that the pigment was darker. So this is the same watercolor on this one as this one, with also there's some glitter on here, some alcohol marker. So I'm not a big alcohol marker use person, but there is alcohol marker on here, as well as some water-based markers, some graphitint, and some watercolors. So yeah, And I used my Bible highlighters for the sky and obviously some pencil. So yeah, I really liked how this page turned out. And this was also a Color Your Hoard. So that's at least 3 of my books so far have been Color Your Hoard. And that brings me to the last favorite page. This one was just done in June, and this is Erie's new book, and it is called The Magical Land of Laura Mia. And this was a buddy color with Maureen, and this is the page. And I liked this page because, one, I love Erie and her work, and I was so happy to finally get some work done in this book. But I also used some Staedtler water tinted graphite pencils as well as Derwent graphitint pencils, and then some colored pencil. And again, my Bible highlighters for the sky and some Languo gel pens. And I just had a lot of fun coloring her. And this is my first page again in this book. So it's a Color Your Hoard. And a big shout out to Lavelia for putting together the monthly video for Color Your Hoard. That is a ton of work. And I just want to say I really appreciate all you do for the coloring community. So shout out to Lavelia. And those are my favorite pages. So the next question is, what was your least favorite page? And I'm just going to pick one. And my least favorite page has been in the Forest Girls coloring book by Opal. And I did this in February. This was a brand new untouched book. So this is again a Color Your Hoard. And I'm disappointed in this page because, one, it was a disappointment in the book. This was the reprinted version that I had on pre-order from Amazon Forever. It came. There is no colored image on this side. The paper is horrible. It is almost Amazon printed paper. It's that bad. So I had a really hard time. I used some watercolor markers. They did horrible. Then I used pencil on top. That didn't have a lot of tooth. I used some Languo gel pens. Her face is just atrocious. So it was just, I had a lot of trouble, and I almost gave up on the page, and I'm like, no, I'm going to stick it out and, push through. So I am happy that I finished the page, but very disappointed in, and this was my first experience in this book, so I haven't been back to it, but I am going to try again. Going to try some alcohol markers since it is one-sided, because there's nothing on this side. I might as well use alcohol markers. I wouldn't normally in an April book, but yeah. So this is my one regret, both in purchasing, I guess, and the results. So my least favorite page. All right, moving right along. Question number 5. What is your most anticipated release for the second half of the year? There are 3 books. One is already out, and that's the new Lulu Mayo book. And I will flash a picture up on screen. And then there are 2 Maria Trollet books that are coming. One, I believe, is a Halloween book. I'm not sure. I want to see flip-throughs first. So I haven't pre-ordered either of them. And then I believe another one is coming out shortly after that. So I think they're around like the October time frame. So I want to see those 2 books. And yeah, those are my most anticipated for the second half of the year. Number 6, have you tried any new coloring mediums this year? And yes, I have. I have tried by Meeden the heavy body metallic paint. And this is acrylic paint. And I'll just show you what it looks like. I have a video and I'll link that in the description below. But heavy bodied paint is thicker than regular acrylic paint. So it will go on more opaque. You will only need really one coat. You can also leave a texture. And so I did this page here. And hopefully that fits all on screen. And I bought the metallic ones, or I had them send me the metallic ones, so that I could try out. So there is This is pencil and Copic marker here, but the background is all done with the medium acrylic paint. There's raised area here where I stenciled over some little ocean figures. So this is a little seahorse and some fishes and some starfish. Couldn't remember what they were for a second. So yeah, so I enjoyed trying that. I have used the heavy body paint in another book that I did. I believe it was in the Sea of Color book. So I used it in kind of like really nice, wonderful paper. This is the artist edition. So it's basically cardstock. And then I also used it in my worst paper, which was Sea of Colors. And the paint worked great in both. So that is the new medium that I have tried so far this year. And I plan on using this again. And looking forward to Christmas, because I think that these would make some excellent Christmas coloring pages. Okay, let me put this away. Just wanted to point out, in the description of all my videos is a link to the Meeden website where you will save, I believe it's 12% on anything you buy. So if you're looking to buy anything from Meeden, I love their palettes, their ceramic palettes. They have a whole host of them. So just save yourself a bit of money and use my discount code. Question number 7. Have you completed any coloring books this year? And I am happy to say, yes, I have actually completed 2. And let me show you which ones they are. Okay, here are the 2 coloring books that I completed in the first half of the year. The first one I completed was A Million Cute Animals, and there is a playlist of flip-throughs of all of my completed books on the channel here. I have completed, I think, 14 books total now, so quite excited to have this one finished. I started this one in 2022 and I finished it 3 years later in February of 2025. And lots of buddy colors in this book, so thank you to everybody who colored along with me. I did do this book as one book July last year, so I did get a lot of pages done. I've been working on this book for quite a while, trying to get it completed. I used lots of different mediums. There are a lot of double page spreads in this book as well. And there's just so many fun memories. You can call this the epic cat page, the cat band page. Yeah, lots of great memories, and so happy that I'm done this book and completed this book. Allowed me to get the Kawaii Tarot coloring book. So I wanted to get this book done so I could buy another one of her books, and mission accomplished. The other book I finished off was Sea of Colors. This was a gift from the lovely Amanda Colors a few years ago, and I finished this book just last month in June of 2025. This book was a love-hate relationship right from the start with me. I have done many pages in this book on videos showing how I do different things. So you will have seen quite a few pages in all of their glory. But yeah, lots of fun. She is a very cute illustrator. I have no problems. I just don't enjoy the paper. I am a pencil person, so I don't use a lot of markers, but I found I had to use markers in this book. I did still use quite a few watercolors, and in that case I would treat the paper for the most part. But yeah, there is a complete flip through of this book again on my channel. And thank you again to Amanda for gifting me this book. She has a monthly group color along in this book, and I wish everybody continued success on their continued journey in coloring this book to completion. And number 8, are there any coloring books that you want to finish by the end of the year? So now I finished 2 in the first half. And according to my goals, I wanted to complete 2 other books. One is called Peter Rabbit. I started with 5 pages at the beginning of the year. That is this huge book here, and it is by Beatrix Potter and illustrated by Charles Santori. And I now have 4 pages left. So these are large pages. It's 11 by 11, this book. So it's quite a big one. Should be counting this as one of my 10 by 10s. But yeah, so these are the pages I have left. 4 pages left. And that's it. So if I can get those 4 pages, then I have not counting these little itty bitty pages here, which just has the little sprouts on them. I haven't done them on any. I'm not sure that I'm going to, because I don't want it to bleed through to this side of the page. This book is falling apart. So after it's finished, I'm going to go and have it spiral bound. So yeah, so I would like to complete Peter Rabbit, especially since I now have a granddaughter, and at some point I would like to read her that book. The other one I have is The Ink House by Rory Dobner. Now this is not actually a coloring book, but everybody treats it as one. So I currently have 24 pages left. So that's the same number I had at the beginning of the year. So I still have that left to do. So if anybody would like to buddy color with me in the Ink House, let me know. There is also a Coloring Haven edition for the Ink House. I don't have that one. I just have the book, but I believe some of the pages, or quite a few of the pages, are the same. So if you would like to, if you have that, if you have the Coloring Heaven magazine that is for the Ink House and want to buddy color with me, let me know. Reach out to me on Instagram or email at jicolorist@gmail.com, and let's get this book finished. Okay, so question number 9. What uncolored books do you want to color in by the end of the year? Now, I have a number of uncolored books. These are not my only ones, but I just picked 3. We are halfway through the year. I've got 6 months left. The likelihood of me coloring an uncolored book every single month, almost like I have been, is possible, but for sure, let's just go with 3. So I would like to do 1 page out of Flowerscape in Paradise. This is the second Flowerscape book, and it's a tropical coloring book by Maggie and Terrios. And I got this as a gift from my sister, so shout out to my sister. And I have not colored any pages in it yet. So again, if there's someone out there that has this book as well, and you haven't colored in it, or it's your favorite book, shout out to me, and let's get coloring in this book. I also purchased this last month, and I would like to do this, and I'm thinking I might do this in October, because it's by the seasons, but it has some like the little monsters, Million Monsters is in here, and it's got some cute Halloween type pages. Well, this is a Space Timber page, but there are some Halloween pages in here, and I would like to do some from her book in that month, so look forward to maybe seeing this in October. And then this book is Rita Berman's Journey Through Africa, and this is an untouched book. I recently got this a couple of months ago, so anyone want to color with me in Africa, again, give me a shout. I'd love to have some help getting those books started. Okay, question number 10. Have you found any new adult coloring channels on YouTube? And yes, there have been a number that I've liked to. There's a bunch new ones, so welcome to everybody to ColorTube. Really happy to see more channels popping up. I have viewed quite a few, and I have subscribed to a few as well. So I would like to give a shout out to Julianne Annette, and she is at Julianne Annette Art. She has currently just under 900 subscribers, so I will put her link to her channel in the video description. If you want to see a new colorist, go ahead and check her out. I also would like to give a shout out to Polly Puts the Color On. I have done a coloring buddy color with Polly. She has a new channel as well here on YouTube, and she has just over 600 subscribers. So those are two new young channels that could use your support if you're looking for something new to see on YouTube. All right, question number 11. Are you on track with your goals, or are you updating them? Well, I think that for books to complete, I am on track. I'm not going to add any more books. I think trying to complete 4 books in a year is plenty. I did kind of throw out my limit for of 5 buddy colors a month out of the, so that is kind of something new. I have been going through my untouched books and getting quite a few of them done. I have also been keeping track of my supplies used. So this side of the page are pencils, this side of the page are water mediums, and I have used a lot of my supplies. I still have to use a bunch more different pencil sets, but my water-based mediums are almost all the way checked through. So I'm doing quite well in using my plans to use my supplies. There are some year-long hashtags that I haven't yet participated in, so I would like to go and recheck out those and maybe try and post a little bit more. And I am also, 3 goals that I set up was to do a foreign coloring book every month, and I have done that. I've done at least 1 page, sometimes 5 is my highest, but basically 1 to 3 pages in a foreign coloring book. I also have been doing my 10 by 10. I only missed 1 month for that, so I have been doing the 10 by 10. My 3rd goal was to complete or get cracking on my Sarah Burns gouache series. So when I say Sarah Burns gouache series, this is the Sarah Burns Studio. It was a craft ammo, and it is where you get a set of supplies. You get brushes and gouache every single month, as well as a picture to color or to paint, and you get a tutorial. And I have the full 12 months already, but I have not had the time to get to that. So I am in number 2, so I am still way behind. So this could take me a lifetime to finish the 12 months of gouache, but there is no need for me to rush. I can do the tutorials over and over again. The gouache is not open, so it's not going to dry out. So I do kind of feel like I've let myself down on that, but I'm also very busy at the moment, and I'm enjoying my time with what I am doing, so I'm not going to get too upset about that. So I am not going to update my goals. I think I've got enough going on, and I'm happy with the progress for the most part. And I think that's all that coloring should be about, is having fun, being creative, and doing something that we find enjoyable. If I'm not having fun doing this, then I'm not going to be making videos, and I'm not going to be coloring, and then what would be the point? So with all that, I hope you are having a creative and colorful week. I hope you are doing something fun in your coloring books. And if you have a video that you would like to see me participate in or create for you, please leave a comment below. I'm always open to suggestions, and I am just so happy that you spent the last little while here with me today. And I just want to say a big shout out to hello to all my fellow colorists. Thank you for subscribing and coloring with me on this creative journey that we've got going. All right, take care, my friends. See you next time. Bye-bye.